gross.
It's the Gross Domesticated Podcast live. I'm your host, Pat George. Thanks everybody for being here. Again, for some reason, the browser version of Instagram is not working, so I'm going to have to be reading your comments, your pounds, and whatnots off of the phone directly. So please bear with me because of my illiteracy as well as poor eyesight. This sorry I'm late. As usual. This time I actually do kind of have an excuse. I was trying to set up the lighting and everything. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, but I did get some new lighting for the Dobby Walberson Memorial Caddick. So if you would like to see how well lit I am now, or how lit the Gross Domesticated Podcast is to see. You can check it out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Facebook, like I said, at the Gross Domesticated Podcast page, or live as well. Still just as well lit on Instagram. Actually, it's a little bit different contrast, but who gives a shit? Who's counting? You get basically the same camera view. You can watch it live either on Instagram at Baby Mermaid Productions. On Instagram, you can pound off, you can join in if you want to join in. You can talk to me live. We can talk with our voices. And because that's all that's going to be featured, because I do erase that video. So that is why it is important to catch the show live. That way you can see all the pounding, all the peeping, all the peeps, all the pounds, all that stuff live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or if you don't catch it live, you can catch it later on Facebook at Facebook on what's it called? Gross and Escape podcast page. Or on YouTube, the Baby Mermaid Productions YouTube page, where you can also catch the latest episode of Proper Ebonics premiering right now. Pat, is that a good idea to premiere another podcast while you're asking people to watch this podcast live? It's still it'll be there later too. Catch it later, but subscribe and you'll be notified every time there's a new episode of either Falls Count Anywhere, of I don't know if it notifies you when I add new episodes of What About with Pat and Andy in there, but you can catch that on Andy's YouTube page. We just did a recent episode about the Fall of Troy, the Manipulator album. Great album, my personal favorite album by them. We talk about a ton of other stuff as well. Andy and we've been really, really good friends for uh Jesus, I basically since we moved up here. I feel like as long as I can remember living up here, I've known Andy. So he's somebody that I love talking to. So we do that once a week. What About with Andy and Pat? We stream live from Andy's Twitter page. He's on Twitch. We're streaming from all over the fucking place. But you can catch episodes of that audio only wherever you get your audio podcast, or on Andy's podcast or YouTube page, youtube.com/Andy Malafarina. You can catch episodes of that. We've talked about, we've debated over, I mean, it really ended up not being really much of a debate about Dave Grohl. We've talked about Taking Back Sunday, which I wasn't that familiar with. He's kind of educated me on that. We found out that we have very parallel timelines. Like they're very similar timelines, but not like just off. Like whatever I didn't listen to, he did. And like it's kind of vice versa. We kind of fill in each other's gaps, no pun intended, but we also do have sex on the show. Spoiler alert. So if you want to watch it, you can on YouTube or any of Andy or mine, all of our platforms. Just really message us if you want to find it. If you can't find it, new episodes again, like I said, of Falls Count Anywhere, and the most recent episode of Proper Ebonics, where they talk about some suggestions that they have. They talk about that little Nas X video. Not that familiar with them. I have seen most of I think the provocative parts that people are talking about, where he's giving him a lap dance. I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. There's no outrage. I can watch you. I can watch you two have sex on YouTube. Yeah. Honestly, the views are so low right now, Ian. We haven't even affected the algorithm. So honestly, get us taken down. We need some controversy. I'll share. I'll also share whatever that fucking Kardashian picture is that they don't want shared, just to get the heat. I don't give a shit. It's been well documented that I'm not too keen. I just don't, and not in a like I don't mean in a negative way. I just don't really often care about the Kardashians. I do. I. I've given up on hating them because it's really no point. What's up? Hey Ron, how's it going, buddy? Uh, but I found it interesting. I was scrolling through. I like to scroll through Reddit. Uh, I hate participating in Reddit. I'm a lurker on Reddit. Yeah, I'm absolutely a whore for views. That's this essentially right now. Pat's trying to monetize, and Pat's doing it any way he can, without really truly affecting my integrity. I have no integrity, or I have no quarrels with just saying watch this because it's quality shit. I feel it's quality. Or if it's not, tell me and then I will try to that I'll do that. And also some things are subjective. But the Kardashian picture thing, whatever it's Chloe, I remembered it because she's got the same name as my cat. So don't flatter yourself, lady. But Chloe, right? That's there's a picture of a person, one of those Kardashians that are it's out there on the internet. I guess it was posted on her Instagram. I was like, that's how little I have them in my head. I have space for them in my head. I have this much. Like it's a thing of like I just read up. I even looked up to see like what is the picture, and there is so many there's so many I think this was been on purpose. This might be a part of it because apparently there's a picture of Khloe Kardashian that was is out on the internet that they are trying to not to have taken off of the internet. They want it to not exist anymore. And it's all the marketing at this point. It's all marketing at this point. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Just marketing. That's all I'm here for. But and really that's I mean that's kind of the Kardashians too. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, Kevin, or not, but Kevin Brosh is pounding off hard in the comments. Make sure you pound off, even post pounds. I welcome if you want to comment wherever this video is posted or wherever the podcast is posted, or even leave a review and say, hey, I hate it when Pat says the Kardashians are shitty. I don't know. Don't say that actually. Again, that's where it's subjective. But I don't actually care because when I was looking for the picture, like I don't know what about it was not on brand for them. But there is something in a picture of one of the Kardashians that is out there that is why do I say Kardashian like that? I'm trying not to say it like that. Kardashians. Uh that it's hold on, let me look it up. God damn it. I hate them I hate occupying my brain with the fucking thought of this, but it's so fucking weird to me that it feels like I fell for it too, but it feels like a trick even to say like no, we don't want you to look at us. Like it feels now like everybody kind of got to a point where we just got numb to it, or they're didn't the show end or something like that, or is going to end. Maybe they're afraid of being irrelevant or something. I have no idea. But this tactic, if it is a tactic, is crazy because there's no real reason from what I remember. Let me say. I know it's K. I think it's spelled everything was right, but yeah, Khloe Kardashian photo. It's like the first you put in that combination of letters, you're gonna get it. But it was from page 6, team working hard to remove unwanted Khloe photo. And by the way, I've never had an unwanted Khloe photo. I'll just let you know. On my end, on my camera roll, never an unwanted Khloe photo. But the Kardashians, it's a because it's an unedited bikini photo. So wait, this doesn't even make sense. Khloe Kardashian praised for unedited bikini photo she wants taken down. But it's it said it was also stolen too. I don't know if that it's in the worst line. I don't know what this is. This is from news.com. So this is legitimate, guys. This is from news.com. This is where you got to get your news. News.com. That's where it's at. Excuse me. Khloe Kardashian photo we were never meant to see. And that's what I'm saying is like, it's literally just here. Look, so this is I'm going to go for some heat here. Ready, guys? I'm going to show you. That's it. It's from news.com. That's the photo officially. And it's just a nice photo. I mean to be completely frank, pretty hot photo. It's a bikini photo. She like I don't understand it. So I didn't understand what was off brand, but it's because the lighting's not good. She's not posing like she doesn't like it was apparently in the middle of a conversation. She's just kind of standing awkwardly, but that is what like they're like, don't look at it. Oh my god, I'm so awful. Oh, I understand the point of like that, like wanting, but it's like it's fine, you know. I guess that's the thing is it's not a. I was even thinking like, is it like a weird like fetishy thing, or is that something with a like a sponsor that fucked up? But I don't know. So it's not a. So hold on, I get some pounding here. Ian says Forbes announced that Kim is officially a billionaire yesterday. Irrelevancy is impossible. Yeah. Okay. So you're right. That makes a really good point, Ian. Thank you very much for that. The only thing I want from the Kardashians is more Travis Barker. That's interesting. I didn't know he was involved. What is he? What is Travis Barker's involvement? He drums for the Kardashians. I didn't know they were a band. Shit. I got out to check out their music. It's just her looking hot and a little cellulite because she had a kid. Yeah. I don't even see the cellulite, tell you the truth. I guess is it the but it's like I guess that's the point is so I was conflicted. That's the thing is I don't really like um I don't I if it was like stolen or if it was like somehow hacked from her phone, like then yeah, it should be like it, but like that's like it's not inappropriate. Like that's the thing is that it's not inappropriate even in like if you just don't if she just doesn't want it there, like I gotta tell you, I mean, I doesn't feel like she really doesn't want it feels like she wants people to see an unedited photo of her because isn't she the one again, I'm please God help me. Travis Barker is dating Courtney Kardashian. That's the littlest one, right? The oldest but littlest one, correct? I believe that's so if I'm correct, Chloe is the Kardashian. By the way, this is crazy. This story. This was another story I was searching for on Reddit. I'll tell you a little bit about that. I was never a big crystal guy, but I'll tell you about that in a second. But there is yeah, Chloe Kardashian, if I remember correctly, is the Kardashian that was the one that everybody made fun of for being like big and fat and all that shit, right? The one that wasn't necessarily big and fat, but was absolutely made fun of for that, if I remember correctly. Hold on a second. Let me see this real quick. Mute this conversation real quick. Sorry, guys. Boom, bam, bam, bam. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. But no, Chloe. So Chloe Kardashian. So that's what makes me feel like this might be, uh, like a thing of her. Like, oh no, I want people not to see the unedited picture of me. But also could very well just be like, hey, this is a an invasion of my privacy. We got some more pounding here. They're weaponizing the what is it? The Streisand effect. Oh, that's scary. The Streisand effect is what is the Streisand effect? Isn't that from South Park? I feel like I thought I was a huge fan of South Park, but I don't. I might be like a fucking phony. I may not even like South Park at all. Turns out, I don't remember a lot of it. I ran into Courtney and Lamar Odom in Dallas. Ron, wow, or whatever one they are. Okay, that's nice. Uh, oh wait, god damn it, I hit the wrong button. There, god damn it. See, this is why I don't like having it on the phone, guys. She just looked. She just looked like a foot. Uh-oh. Yeah, Chloe was the big one. Courtney is the one that used to date the slimy DJ. Uh, okay. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate that. Jay pounding off a little bit. Heather's pounding off. Ian says paparazzi and cameras have been following them around for 15 years. Anything they do is subject to being photographed and publicized. It's literally their brand. I don't buy into that. I don't I understand what you're saying, Ian, but like that it to me in that case it's kind of like uh they're asking for it kind of thing. Like I did used to say like I used to think that of like, oh, it is surprising to me. It seems off brand for them to want a picture of them that is like the only thing I truly thought the like was my first thought was she must be holding like a competing brands thing or it's unflattering, but it's not necessarily unflattering. But if it's her picture and she's unflattered by it, then I do respect the decision a little bit more. But I'm also saying, like, Yas Queen, you don't have to be edited. You don't have to be airbrushed. It doesn't, especially for fucking Instagram. It's supposed to be the personalized, like, little blog of you. Like it's a flog. It's a PHF. Wait, no, PHLOG. It's a flog. It's a photo blog. That's what it's supposed to be. It's like, and then yeah, you monetize, but then it's supposed to be like, oh, I'm just drinking this product that I love, and it makes me feel great every day. You can get yours through the link in bio. That's. But other than that, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. So I get what you're saying, Ian, but I don't. Word, it's how they made their money. Yeah, I mean, they're essentially their brand has been built off of their invasion of privacy as a family. their uh their brand is it's again the beginning. Not necessarily. A lot of people think the beginning was just a sex tape. The beginning is the OJ trial, but it was this guy. That's Kardashian. That's where the name. Now we know what the name is. So then when it comes up, oh, Paris Hilton's walking around. Who's that with her? Kardashian. Who's? Oh yeah, how do I know that name? Oh yeah, he defended OJ. I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was one of the people that defended OJ. Got it. And then so that already there's that's she's pretty cute. All right, good. Sex tape, invasion of privacy, number one. Then they go like, oh, sex tape. We're famous now. Invasion of privacy, television show. Like we'll have your cameras come into the house and you'll see everything that happens here. And then that all becomes scripted and edited and airbrushed and all that shit. So then the reality is now like the embarrassing invasion of privacy is the bikini photo that is not completely airbrushed or they're not in a flattering light or whatever it may be, which I totally understand in that sense, but kind of it's not even the same. I wouldn't even say necessarily as like the Beyonce one. The Beyonce pictures that I know that she hates or whatever of her performing where she's like, making all those fucking weird faces. If you want to see the face, you got to go to YouTube or catch it live. Baby Mermaids Productions, podcast, Instagram. What was I saying? Like I understand those pictures wanting me to take off, but she's performing. Those are stills from a performance that she was doing in public. This, if it is a photo that is hacked from her phone, whether how many times she wants her picture taken doesn't mean that every time her picture is taken that it should be able to be shared. Like I don't I even still I even if they've built their brain off the invasion of privacy, that's why my second thought was going to saying Tom's gonna love this, by the way, that this the first half hour of the show is gonna be me talking about fucking a Kardashian issue. But this is absolutely, and they got me. That's what I'm saying, is I think they got me. Because it was don't look at this picture. Now my search history is multiple times. Khloe Kardashian photo. News, Khloe Kardashian photo. Images, photo, whatever it may be. Reddit. What the fuck is going on? And the pictures are or whatever it is just there you go. People will say she's brave for being, and that's what I think that absolutely right. Jay Simpson pounding off hard here in the comments. People will say that she's brave for being natural. Body positivity is trending hard as fuck right now. Yeah, that's and because she looks wonderful. She actually, I would say, if she posted that picture, it's just like, it's like one of those, like when you take a burst of photos and you're just like no, oh, that one, perfect. You know what I mean? Like, no, my foot's a little bit, and then you know when you go like, you like, you go back and forth, you're like, no, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. It's the one that you didn't put out. I feel like that's the thing. Wife George, guess what? We are talking about the Kardashians. What a day for you to be in the home, but not available. She may not even be able to pay attention because she's in and off she's on and off of a work call right now. She's got an all day work call, so she's in the house as well. Also, if the signal, oh, look at this, here we go. She must be on a break. Go on now. See, that's the beauty of being able to reach this. She's also in the house. I don't know why she does. Either way, she's coming on. Come on now. She has to join. That would be so funny if she couldn't join and she's in the house. Are you here yet? Hello?
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. Okay, so I missed the first part. I am on a break. I have to be back at 11:53.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, I just
and
want
I'm
to make
eating
sure.
Fruit Loops.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be one of the subjects today. We're going to talk about cereals. But there's a picture of Khloe Kardashian
that an assistant posted without permission.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so there we go. Now we have all of the insight, because I'm not going to read the whole story. So I fell for it, and I feel like I fell for a trick because this is off brand. We're all talking about this. Everybody's pounding off saying, oh, they always want their picture taken. They always like having their picture taken. Why? And I thought the same thing. Why don't they want you to see this picture? And I think they got me. Not only did I search, but also they're like, wow, look at this unedited photo of Khloe. She looks fucking awesome. And why wouldn't you want this posted? You look great. So not only is she the victim, but she's also the winner at the same time, because she's saying, oh no, because I thought she got hacked. I thought that's what it was. So that's why I kind of felt bad. But now I don't feel that bad about, I just showed the picture because I'm trying to get that Kardashian heat.
Yeah, don't get that heat.
I want it.
We don't need that in our life.
We need it. I need some big butt heat.
No, they sue a lot.
Bring it. I got nothing. But yeah, so have you seen the photo?
I have. I think she looks great.
Yeah.
I think with them, they really utilize Instagram as a job.
Yeah.
So that they're trying to sell a specific image. And I think that was like, hey, that was like a fun photo. It was just, you know what I mean?
It was too candid. It was too like actual. Right. It was like actually show. That's what I was saying, is like the levels of their brand, like their brand has been an invasion of privacy. So their brand is, oh, my stolen sex tape. Oh my God, your cameras are following us 24/7. Like, where they had to keep adjusting and shifting what was their actual personal life. And their personal life now is, the only difference is I don't pre-edit this and I did pre-edit that. That's it.
Right.
It was too real. That's what, Heather says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was like, my first thought was, oh, she must be holding a competing brand.
But I get, well, yeah, I mean, she has her own, and I don't know, that is an old photo. You can tell by the color of her hair and like that it's an old photo that she has a different body image now. Her body is more toned. Mm-hmm. So then what that can do
more toned than that? Her body is more toned than that?
Oh, she is ridiculous. She is banging. She's like legs, butt, and a flat stomach. Like she's great. We're talking about Khloe Kardashian in the leaked photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and you know who brought it up, John? Me.
But then what that can do is, if there's not a timestamp, because I don't know when that photo was taken, But what that can look like is then her current photos. Then people are going to be like, you're photoshopping.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, I don't know that she is, but she has also recently got a lot of shit of that she's trying to Photoshop. They're like, oh, look how long you're trying to make your legs. And it's like, no, it's just a different angle. She's being artsy. Like,
artsy. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
well, no, the camera was coming up from below. So you could tell it was like a distorted view, but that was intentional. It wasn't like, hey, I'm trying to make my legs look longer.
Yeah.
It just,
yeah, it's also
Khloe does not suck. She's my favorite Kardashian. I love Khloe so much.
Well, why is she our favorite Kardashian?
Because she's the realist. Like, and she has been put through the ringer, and she's the person like I relate most to. And I think it's that middle child syndrome type thing of like, you're just the peacemaker, like everybody go with the flow. And, you know,
well,
she always posts like inspirational stuff that I like it's stuff that I'm into. So I relate to her most.
Yeah, I think there biggest question is no one's asking why should we give a shit, Ian, was because I mean because people yeah, you don't have to. That's the thing, is it's just that was a thing where I was like they 100% got me, and I was like, oh fuck, like why don't they want you to see the picture? And again, just doing that math, it was like I have my defenses up usually so well about the Kardashians that they got me. Like essentially, I think it's kind of like a humble brag. John says, I Photoshop Pat all the time and no one comes after him. Well, actually, they would be coming after you because you're the Photoshopper. But I do instruct him to Photoshop me. So he also says, Pat, in fact, wait, hold on. Pat, in fact, is not a baby on a swing holding a kitten. That's true. And I would like to be the one to break that along with John here on Facebook as well. I am not a baby on a swing holding a kitten. Heather also says, forget diamonds. What is this? Angels are. Wait, what is that? Angles are a girl's best friend. I said angels, and I'm such an idiot. Angles.
My face angles.
I like the cat food dish in the background.
Yeah.
That's the feeding zone. That's where we throw the big pile of meat on the floor, and then we open the two cages and let our kittens come out. They're not titans, they're kittens, and they come out of the cages, and then they battle, and then they throw each other into buildings, and then they eat.
I know that you just started, so I don't think you've talked about we watched, well, I think you talked about in the last episode, we watched Godzilla and Kong. I don't know what the movie's called, but we watched that one. And the whole time I was like, Khloe is Godzilla and Stanley is Kong.
Yeah. That's
like, she is a moody bitch.
Yeah. And she gets her little spikes in the back too.
Yes. She gets that little mohawk. And then her piss is the fire.
Yeah, that's whenever you see Godzilla like shooting a little laser beam down, that's her stream of piss.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, no, I was going to talk about that Kong on Skull Island. The fact that we watched that one, because once we watched and you were right, it is Godzilla vs Kong is the title of the movie. When we watched Godzilla vs Kong, we realized, oh shit, there's like a cinematic universe for Kong now. And then while we're sitting on the couch yesterday, we were like, we're trying to figure out what the order is, like which each thing is. And you're like, and I was like, okay, so I remember we watched the Godzilla that starred WandaVision and another guy.
She's an Olsen.
Yeah, whatever. We watched that and we liked that one. That's the one with Bryan Cranston too. So I was like, is that part of it? And then we don't exactly know, but most likely no. The first one in the series technically is Kong, Skull Island, which is awesome. I like that. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a pretty.
I did too.
I thought it was what is it? I put fucking sleeper cast. The whole time you're watching the movie, I had heard of the movie. I'd seen previews. I had no recollection of any one of these people being in this movie. There's
John C. Reilly made that movie. Yeah. I loved him in it.
Comedy always makes it better. I'd watch that flick. Better than expected. Yeah. Like, I mean, they put so much money into the cast and into the soundtrack that you're immediately like, oh, this movie's gonna stink. Yeah. This is gonna suck so bad. And then you're like, holy shit, everybody's giving a shit about this movie. Like, all the actors aren't just cashing a paycheck. And yeah, it makes everything better. Absolutely. That's right.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, better than expected. It was not only better than expected, it was just like, it was a fucking decent ass fucking monster movie. And that's like, that's hard as fuck to do, because you immediately expect it. You will forgive. Now, I would like to watch it again because I did miss certain parts. And like, also, like, I also want to just kind of go through it again because, like, do you like how that, like, any of the smarter or longer movies that we've watched, I've been like, yeah, I got it. I don't need to see it again. There's too much story. But like this one, I was like, I want to see this again because I was surprised at first, but then I was like, oh man, they actually like did a good job and actually kind of made sense of it.
Yeah.
Like, I should watch it again to see how much of it I was just excusing, because it seems it got 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. So,
really?
Yeah. And I was like, that's actually, but for a monster movie is like, I don't know what Pacific Rim got.
I love Pacific Rim.
Yeah, but let's brace yourself. I don't know if it's considered the best.
Yeah, I don't think that, honestly, I think majority of people didn't like that movie. I feel like I'm one of the only people.
Let's see.
And that was Dobby's favorite movie.
It was Dobby's favorite movie. Oh, okay.
He loved that movie.
It got an audience score of 77 and a tomato meter of 72. So
okay.
Right. So they did like it.
Okay, cool.
But I think that's the thing is, like, it's Godzilla versus Kong. Let me see what Godzilla versus Kong got, because and that was
that had to have gotten high, I would think.
It's I mean, hey, people are 92 by the audience, 75 by the critics, and that's the thing is, like, critics giving a monster movie a score of like 75% is fucking crazy. So like the special effects and everything, the fact that Kong threw a fucking Superman punch off a building is awesome. Like I love the fact that what was this? Hold on. What do you say? The Puff Daddy Jimmy Page song from the Godzilla 99 movie?
Yes,
it's still the greatest soundtrack ever. Yeah, I would agree with that. Also, I love that movie.
Alanis Morissette, I think, is on that soundtrack.
Yeah. I had that soundtrack. That was also that French dude and Matthew Broderick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're in fucking that. Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie.
I liked it. I liked that one.
Probably doesn't hold up now, but who knows? They hung their hat on that fucking mastering the roar of Godzilla. Like they just fucking hit you up with that every 2 seconds.
Yes.
If Pacific Rim job isn't an existing porn parody, the industry is fucking up. I would have to agree with
I'm sure there is.
Because there's kaiju, like there's definitely there's lots of wordplay there. There's tons of wordplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that I don't, so that's why I can't say necessarily I love just action movies, but monster movies, any of the shit. So I guess Godzilla vs. Kong, Masters of the Universe, Coming to America is 49%.
What?
Yeah, I actually like that too. So
I love that movie.
We might not be. Wow, what the fuck is this? Sophie Jones is 100%.
I don't know what that is.
100%.
All right, well, I gotta go. My call's gonna be back.
Sorry, I just got distracted by a bunch of tomato meters.
It's okay.
All right, I love you. Have fun at your meeting. We will continue to talk about all of these monsters, the Kardashians and Godzilla and Kong, and all of the existing monsters. I love you.
I love you. Bye, guys.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. I would never hang up on you. Did you see they made Coming to America? Yeah. That's the one I was just talking about. Sorry. It's hard to you can't get the one that you're talking about. You don't get the context of it unless but I meant Coming to America. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yes. Get out of here, wife George.
Yeah, I did hang up.
Second wife George is in the building.
Work wife George. Buddy, how you doing?
Not bad. How you been?
I'm all right. How's your existing family?
They're existing. They're doing great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All still alive and great. Huh.
Still alive and great.
Not,
I wanted to talk about, and this has probably been breached in a lot of things. There's never any movie that talks about like the cleanup effort after
no,
like Godzilla or after any like Avengers destroy a city.
Pacific Rim is they have a thing where like they have people that like go and harvest the corpses of the kaiju, and then they sell them on the black market. Ron Perlman, Hellboy, is Hellboy.
Yeah, of Hellboy fame.
he's of Sons of Anarchy fame. Ever heard of it?
I can't name anything else he's been in but those two things. So
I want to get another one. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Nope. Yep. Beauty and the Beast, the show. He was the Beast in the show Beauty and the Beast.
There was a show?
Yeah, it's bad. It stars Sarah Connor from Terminator and Ron Perlman.
It stars the character Sarah Connor.
I don't know her name. The Lady Connor. Fuck. No, so what was I just talking about? God damn it.
Harvesting the bodies in Pacific Rim.
He's a black market kaiju parts dealer. So like how they have like a rhino horn or something like that is like considered like an aphrodisiac. It's the same idea of like, oh yeah, you want some kaiju bones or whatever. You fucking.
I just always love that, like the one Avengers movie where
Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton. Put some respect on her name. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
sorry, Ian.
Put her name in your mouth.
Yeah, I will. Absolutely.
where they destroy like an entire city, and then like the end is like everyone coming out and slow clapping. You know, somebody had to come out, but like that was my fucking apartment.
Yeah. Like the first thing, like it's the agony and defeat. Like I would like to see, dude. Honestly, this is a fucking movie that we could absolutely workshop right here. But she's got to run, guys, but I'll catch you later. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Heather. I love you. Have a great day. But as a friend, as a peep. But I think there's a movie here for sure of epic proportions, like a cleanup crew that is, but then also like you can have like insurance companies, like insurance commercials of like, like the farmer's commercial of, but like a kaiju or something like that.
It would be a great like buddy comedy. It's just two guys that work, like normally their job is cleaning out when there's been like a fire, and they do like demo work, but then they get called in whenever Tony Stark destroys 30 city blocks.
He said Civil War is literally about that. Civil War, like the
actual Civil War. I think America? That was about something different. I don't know.
I remember it being about slavery and also something about like human, like there's like rights or something. I think it's like
I thought it was about cotton rights.
It's probably like an amendment or something in there too. I'm pretty sure there's like an amendment in there. Abraham Lincoln was like amendments.
Listen, but Ian's going too in depth. He's going collateral damage and the lives lost. I just literally want the guys that have to like sweep up the rubble. And they're just like they work a 9 to 5, and then they go get drunk and they talk shit on the Avengers. But then they're like, yeah, but without them, we wouldn't have work.
Yeah, but
it's like a necessary evil.
Like that's like, they messed up your house, right? Yeah, but like but like you're alive, right? Like what are things?
And then they're greasing palms of the villains. They're like, hey, Baltimore hasn't had any destruction in a while. Why don't you head down there?
Yeah, there's like actual like there's like a corruption. There's a senator somewhere in the story where like they're paying to have like they're like, come on, we need to have our city destroyed. We need a remod.
It's Sopranos meets Men at Work, basically.
I like everything about this movie. I like everything about it. I don't necessarily need to star in it, but I think I can direct it. John, I think you're the face of this movie.
I'll take on to that role.
Maybe
I can be like, Stark.
You and Manny, you're the cleanup crew, and then
we're janitors that got fired from Stark Enterprises,
and
we have a bone to pick.
Yep. Every life lost is a created job. Exactly. That's a silver lining, if anything.
Yeah, when God closes one door, he, closes it on a person's head, and then that head has to be cleaned up.
There's like a part in there's multiple parts in the fight scenes between Godzilla and Kong, but there's one in particular that, like, if I remember correctly, there's like a part where he's just like Kong just goes like stands there and he just like pounds a building next to him and then runs after Godzilla. I was like, what the what'd you do?
For no reason.
What'd you do that? He's just angry. He's just
Think back, 40 years ago, some engineer, if you take it all the way back, had to sit back and he's like, I'm gonna finally be able to design the building of my the culmination of my career. And it's gonna stand the test of time. It's gonna withstand storms
long after I'm gone. My building will stand there. My children's children can visit this building and say, your great grandfather construct. It just like and it's not even a monster touches it. Like there's going to be like some weird loophole even in like the insurance claim where like no, technically the monster threw a giant tractor trailer which ran into the crane, which the crane then tipped over and hit your building. Unfortunately, that is too many people separated, and that's going to be, you're going to have to find the manufacturer of that crane, and they're going to be the ones.
Do you think that the insurance company would call that an act of Godzilla? Oh, we did it. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I want to thank you for creating him.
Yes.
I want to thank you for creating him. Thank you. I know he believes in you so much. He loves you so much.
He attends your house every Sunday.
Oh my God. He eats your flesh. He drinks your blood. All right. Is that a thing? Right? That sounds really weird, but that sounds like one of those things of like, I don't know. You know, like when you hear stuff about something that you're not that familiar with and you don't know if that person's joking about it or if that's a real thing.
Oh, all right. So real church John here.
Church John's here.
I have to talk like this when I do church John. There is the one song in Catholic Mass that says, it's like, you drink this cup, you eat. And if you just took those lyrics and put them in a metal song, it's about drinking blood and eating flesh. And I'm pretty sure it's just a Cannibal Corpse song that they're like, put this in a half beat and let's just have it played on an organ. Yeah. Like,
open this fucking church up. You drink my blood. Like, what if it just?
He is risen is definitely a lyric you could start. You could like set a pit off with. Like you could. That's like the powder keg. Of a pit. Yeah. It's where the beat drops. It's like, he is risen.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think there's like a weird correlation that I know that there's been that a couple times where people like, there's that video. I feel like there was a video during the pandemic of like a guy playing guitar over a pastor. Like it wasn't there, like it was like recently, like there's a guy that was like playing metal guitar over a pastor's sermon and it sounded like metal as fuck because and it's like the same kind of like it, because but like the actual lyrics themselves, like two songs, eating flesh shouldn't be like, I don't know about that. Like I have a buddy of mine, he said he's not necessarily raising his kids religious, but they are going.
He is raising them cannibalistic though. It's weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. He's like, you have to listen to fuck. Why can I think of the fucking name? Pig Destroyer. God damn it. I couldn't think of the fucking name of the band. I was like, Cow Killer? Pig Destroyer. That's what it was. Some
that was actually
animal.
Their first name, but that was taken.
Cow Killer. Nope, that's too much like body count. We got to do something else. What else? Like you have to study. But he was like, he takes them to a Christian like school. And I was like, what? I said, do they teach them like Christian shit? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well then. But okay, so you're not raising them, but they're getting like kind of the half thing. And then when I was like, what happens if they ask you stuff? And he's like, I just told them, I don't know. I was like,
so is he doing it more of he just wants to send them to a private school, basically?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like that makes sense, but also like I think if they came back and they said like, hey, Dad, what about this? I'd be like, I don't believe any of that bullshit. Just pay attention to math. Pay attention to math. Don't worry about.
But then they try to tie it in because the college I went to is actually it's a Christian college, like by definition and by like affiliation, but like they're pretty liberal with it. But they would try to tie it in to like every topic, and it was hilarious. Like I wasn't smart enough to have science classes in college, but I really wish I could have been in that class where they're like, well, this is a proton and a neutron, which was created by God.
Yeah.
Test over. Like,
yeah. You showed your work, God. That's showing your work at a Christian school.
Yeah.
Why is 4 + 4 8? God.
Because he is risen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it ain't. What is it? Here. This is Ask me why 4 + 4 is 8.
Why is 4 + 4 8, Patrick?
You raise me up on angels' wings, then blood will rain on corpse will sing. Is that a real? Is that lyrics, or is that part of? Did he make up the second part? That's what I'm saying. I can't tell the difference between a straight up super Christian song or super metal song. Like you said, that's fucking so true.
We could just do this all day. Like, now, why is it that photosynthesis works? Well, where there were 2 sets of footprints, there was then 1. But that's where he carried me. Thank you very much, teacher. I'm out.
I'm gonna put up Christian song lyrics, and I just want to.
This is a game: Pig Destroyer and Christian hymns.
I should do that. I should look up some comparison ones. Mighty to save. Wait, what is this? No, I want lyrics, guys. Lyrics.
Fun thing while you're looking it up, did you ever listen to the band Puig Destroyer, which is in honor of Yasiel Puig, the baseball player?
No, I haven't. What?
It's a real thing. I'm sorry. If your band name is
it really?
I'm gonna Puig, Puig Destroyer. It's people from like a couple bands, I think, formed like a super group a couple years ago. But Yasiel Puig was on the Dodgers. I think they're all LA people. I could be wrong, but all their merch is just Pig Destroyer stuff with a U added in.
I like that. Actually, I don't mind. But I wish I knew more about that. Like,
it's good. You'd probably like the band too.
I want to find the. Okay, so I found this is Mercy Me. Sorted. What is this album? Oh god damn it! Mercy Me lyrics.
Ian, I hate Yasiel Puig too, but I'm a big fan of Puig Destroyer. So I'm at a crossroads.
I'm trying to find a. So yeah, I guess that's the thing is, I guess if you either aren't familiar with the player or hate them is the only reason why you would be. But then you have to be a fan. So I guess they're somebody who's just for fans of that guy or that team, right?
I think they're your typical Los Angeles Dodgers fan in that they never liked baseball till they moved to LA. And then it became a cool thing to be a Dodgers fan. And they probably liked the pun more than they liked the player.
All right. So, okay. So that would make more. So Puig Destroy. Yeah. I don't know, man. I learned a hard fact early on in my life of buying pun t-shirts, and I still fall for it a lot. Unless I like, it's a thing that I am straight up like a big fan of. I feel like anytime I buy a pun shirt, I wear it maybe one time. Somebody goes, I like that, or something like that. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
I got everything I needed out of it, and I'll never wear the shirt ever again. And
is the last pun t-shirt I bought was it was a Run the Jewels shirt, but it said Run the Brules, and it had Steve Brule from Tim and Eric on it. And this will be a fun tie-in to your other show, What Up with Pat and Andy, or Andy and Pat. I never know the name of it. Like the first time I ever met Andy, I was wearing that shirt at a mic down in Reading, and he's a huge Run the Jewels fan. And like he came over and he was like, "Hey, what shirt is that?" Like, and I opened it up and I figured he would know who Steve Brule was. And I was like, "Oh, it's like a play on Brule's Rules and Run the Jewels." And he's just like, "All right, yeah," because I know most of the Run the Jewels merch, and I'd never seen that one. And then walked away, and that was my introduction to Andy Valfarina. I was like, "All right, that guy's an asshole."
Yeah, Jesus, man,
He thought I had bootleg Run the Jewels shirt on. Tried to call me on it.
You have like the worst interactions with most people. I'm telling you, your beard is garbage. Andy's like,
I think I just have a
what's
very,
that shirt? Cool, bye.
I have a very hateable face until you talk to me.
Yeah.
Like I have a real I bullied you in high school vibe about me.
I always say that I don't look on paper. Yeah, but that's the thing is you have that you played baseball, but you have baseball douche vibe.
Oh yeah.
But you're not as soon as I talk to you,
I talk to me all the time.
Oh, okay. So then you get it. You've experienced this.
Wait.
Where you go like, hey, this guy's not that big of a douche.
I was just trying to play down how much of a jock douche I am, and then I just went to take a drink out of my Gatorade squeeze bottle.
It's just practical, guys. It's not to show off.
It's sponsorship. I'm actually sponsored.
Although I will say, as you're sponsored, I will say though, if you, as soon as you get like a new drink thing, that I immediately I want to drink out of it. Like I go like so if I get a squirt bottle, I remember
I never wash them when you buy them. Like,
oh no. Immediately I put like I'll go buy a thing and pour it out of that thing into this thing, so I can just go like, oh cool, look at that, it works. I love it.
I'm all about. I got like 3 here. I got thermos, coffee.
Nice.
This was leftover from sleeping last night. Coffee. You probably respect this. We have to have everything with a lid in this house because we have 2 asshole cats that will knock everything over. If it doesn't have a lid, it's going to soak wherever it is.
I had to extend the tripods on the new lighting that I just got. I had to like put it out because it's already been tested a couple times by the cats. Just going by and testing it. So all right, so we're going to play a game real quick. You tell me, is this Christian band or is this metal band? I'm going to read you some lyrics. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So this song is called The Hurt and the Healer.
Shit. It's already tough.
All right. So I'm alive. Even though a part of me has died, you take my heart and breathe it back to life. I've fallen into your arms open wide when the hurt and the healer collide.
Oh.
Let me know if you need another chunk.
I'll guess Christian band on that one.
All right. I'm going to muddy it a little bit. You want me to muddy it? So here I am, what's left of me, where glory meets my suffering.
I'm still going Christian. Christian, dude, the Bible loves the word suffering.
It is absolutely Christian band.
Okay.
It is Mercy Me. Great job.
Is Mercy Me the band or the song?
Mercy Me is the band. The Hurt and the Healer is the band. Lemaire got that one right as well. Lemaire got that one right.
All right, nice.
So let's try a different band. I'm going to go to a different band now. I have 2 web pages open up. I want you to know that.
Mercy Me it sounds like it would be like a shitty post-hardcore. I'm thinking of Have Mercy. That's the band. I know Youngblood likes them.
That's actually no. Have Mercy is that's what's his face? Uncle Jesse's band from right?
Oh, no, that's the Rippers. Come on.
Is it really?
Yeah, Jesse and the Rippers.
I thought wasn't he?
Jesse Have Mercy was his catchphrase.
Ooh, I like this band.
But there's a hardcore band named Have Mercy because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like a Ned Flanders? Wait. Oh, okay. Wait. Is it like the Flanders band?
No, they're great. What's that? Oakley Dokley?
Yeah, I think that's the name of the band.
That's Oakley Dokley. I love that. I love anything that's a reference. I think I told you one of my favorite bands of all time is Stay Ahead of the Weather, and that's a Groundhog's Day reference.
What is it again?
Stay Ahead of the Weather. It's from Groundhog's Day.
Oh, right.
He keeps saying every day somebody says, well, you better get out there. You got to stay ahead of the weather. And that's like one of my favorite one-album bands of all time.
All right. So I got another set of lyrics here.
All right. I like this game. By the way, we never did Easter Spelling Bee.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I think on Easter, I was like, maybe we can just whip one. I was like, fuck it. Nah, let's just worship him, Let's just worship him.
He is risen.
He has risen. He is risen or he has risen?
Is risen. See, that's what I hate. There's a lot of stuff that like people take out of like old Bible text that it doesn't translate into modern day linguistics. Look at that. I wear glasses. I'm throwing out words like
linguistics.
Without glasses, I'm like glasses. See, I take them off and I'm like, people talk good.
You like skipped when you took your glasses. You were like,
hey.
This is a song called Trust and Obey.
Oh, see, it's tough because when you deliver it like that.
I know.
Wait, side note. I enjoy at a show when a singer introduces the song.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a band where I'm like a 50-50 fan of them, and I have to always go like, is this the one I like? But I love when they work in the thing and he's like, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but no matter what, you have to trust and obey. I get chills for that kind of shit.
I don't know if I like that one. I would rather them sometimes go like, some of y'all might know this one. This is from our third album. Like, all right. Hold on.
It'd be great if they made it. Yeah, you have to.
Let me guess what it is.
Track.
Okay, it's from the third album, and you think that I would know it, so it's probably the one that was featured on. Like, give me some time to do. It's like almost like, you know what my favorite dessert is? Ice cream. You know, like let me guess. Like, but it's also like, this one's from our third album. You may know it. It's like, all right, it's called Trust and Obey. Let's go.
Do you think bands ever like? I would love to be like in a band like Goldfinger. Be like, you might remember this song from Tony Hawk Pro Skater. All right.
Oh yeah, that's what I know these guys. Oh fuck. All right. So Trust and Obey. All right. So I don't know. I think this one might be too easy. Let's see. You ready?
Yeah.
Then in fellowship sweet, we will sit at his feet, or we'll walk by his side in the way. What he says we will do, where he sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey.
I have to say Christian, because they also love the word fellowship.
Yeah, I fellowship was the part where I was like, man, all of this other shit could be evil as fuck, right? Okay, now picture I'm like Dio. You ready? Then in fellowship sweet, we will sit at his feet, or we'll walk by his side in the way. What he says we will do, where he sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey.
Yeah, that's
you know
good.
What I mean?
You also had a Paul Bearer vibe.
I tried not to do that, but I was definitely cutting something there just now. It wasn't
Pat Bearer. I think Pat Bearer might be your new FCA character.
Like this right here.
Wow, you kind of nailed it.
You just have to look like a dying fish. I think is really you just have to be like melting.
True.
All right, so I'm gonna try to find one more. That was good. You're doing good so far.
Telling you, this is going to a Christian college. It's like the annoying stuff that like I never took. And here's my explanation when I always say it. I went there because they told me I could play baseball there. That was the main reason I chose. It was.
By the way, I want to say
start for 4 years or go to York, PA, and be a backup catcher.
The reason I wanted to. Nobody wants to be a backup in York. There was the name of that band was Big Daddy Weave. By the way.
Daddy Weave. That sounds like a ska band.
Yeah, that's why I picked them. I was like, who the fuck is that? All right,
Big Daddy and the Weaves. It's like a Zoot Suit ska band.
That's what I thought it was.
Wait, is there any
I thought, honestly,
Christian ska?
Big Daddy Weave.
Out.
Big Daddy Weave. I thought let me look up Christian ska lyrics. No, there was a Big Daddy Weave to me seemed like a Jamaican, like a Bob, like a more like a Rastafarian, but maybe it's just a Weave part. I don't know.
Oh yeah, apparently there's a lot of Christian ska, which makes sense because they're both really annoying sects of people.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Let me find the lyrics here.
Five Iron Frenzy. Oh, I forgot they're a Christian band.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those bands too that surprise you. I know you guys talked about Norma Jean. Norma Jean's a Christian band, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think both Norma Jean and
Under Oath was a Christian band.
They were, yeah.
Do you ever think there's like a 50-50 split? Like half the band is super religious and the other half just loves cocaine?
I think there's a even split because there was a band. Fuck, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the fucking name of it. It was a huge band. Like it was a band that like I think everybody knows.
Slipknot? They're huge. They have a lot of people.
No, not that. No, not like big in number, but like big as popularity.
Yeah. There's a lot, like I'm looking at it now, like MXPX is technically a Christian band, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, Poking At Ya is a fucking.
They're number one when you look up Christian punk bands. They're number one on the list.
Yeah, I was gonna say Poking At Ya. If you actually pay attention to the lyrics, it kind of bums me out. Like he's just like, and you will know his name and all this bullshit.
You know what's funny is a lot of the bands that I'm now realizing are Christian punk rock bands are like when I first got into punk rock and it was like I needed to not have the super offensive stuff. Like I could play MXPX and Reliant K around my parents.
Yeah.
Like, so I think a lot of the lighter punk, like Slick Shoes is a Christian band apparently. And I loved them in like 7th grade because I could put them on and not get in trouble.
All right. You ready for the last one?
I'm ready.
You tell me this is Christian band or metal band. Do you want to know the name of the song?
Yeah.
Practice What You Preach.
Okay.
You think your life's so grad. There's hold on. I'm going to say right now, there is definitely a misprint here, right? Because that's supposed to be grand, right?
I mean, you think your life is so grad, like you graduated to the next, I don't know.
Let me try another chunk here. I never was the one to say things you say. Never seem to wonder what you say. You think you've got your life completely in control. You've got a lot to learn. The bridge you burn is going to take its toll. Pay the burnt bridge toll. I almost said
No, this is lyrics from The Nightman Cometh from.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, I almost said the boy's hole. What is it? You got to pay the troll toll. So and then practice what you preach, practice what you preach, practice what you preach, practice what you preach, practice what you preach.
I'm gonna say you try to throw me for a loop, and this is also a Christian band.
Well, this is actually
Christian band.
Testament. This is a metal band. I thought I was throwing you for a loop.
So most Christian band.
it was between Natalie Grant or Testament, and I went with Testament.
Okay.
Because it was either Keep On Shining. I wanted to be like really, really on the nose. Keep on shining. Let love light your way. No, but that's not it. So great job, John. 2 for 3. You've technically won metal band or Christian band. I don't know what I called it at first, but it was an impromptu game. So yeah, the troll toll. And to this boy's hole, you gotta pay the trolls toll. Did you see any of the Kongs or the Godzillas recently?
No, those are always like one that I don't know. I'll keep that on the back burner until like randomly on a Sunday afternoon I'm just laying around.
I don't know if it's me or if there is like an actual like split, but I feel like your action genre either like action shoot 'em up cars or action like monsters and aliens and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of not, and it's weird. I like both, but I'm not like eager to like. When I was laid up with COVID, it was the first time I watched John Wick, which came out in what? And my goal was this. I laugh every time I look at my Instagram because the last thing I posted was I'm going to watch all the John Wicks in 3 days. I watched the first one and then I forgot to keep doing it. So awesome. Like, and I enjoyed it, but it was like,
did you?
I can wait another 4 years to see John Wick 2.
Yeah, I don't get super high on like the Fast and the Furious or the John Wicks or Matrix. Like Matrix to me was that, or when it's like when the movie is big or popular because of like the money spent on it or something like that. Like something like Titanic was like I enjoyed it, but it was also like a spectacle. But like something like I always use this as the example, but Avatar was one that I was like people were like, yeah, but there's like a new kind of like CGI they use. And it's like, okay, what about the story? You're not telling me anything about the story that you like. It's always like, it looks cool.
Yeah, whenever I know going in that, this is one of the biggest budget movies of all time, it sets the bar so high for me because then I'm literally sitting there like, I wonder how much that costs. And I don't, and it's usually, I feel like ones that are always the highest budget have the stupidest fucking storyline.
They go so deep. I feel like I get so lost in the fourth wall that at some point I always end up going like, where are they actually right now? Like they're not in space on this planet in the middle of nowhere. Like, are they just in a room going like reacting to like tennis balls?
Yeah, like, I'm picturing. I'm just picturing a guy in a tennis ball suit.
Yeah, like I saw a picture that gave me what's the like. I can't even say flaccid. It was like a turtle. It was like my penis went so far inside me when I saw there was like it was the George Lucas. It was when they were filming Attack of the Clones. It was one of the ones where they were talking about, they were touting the movie. They were like saying, this is the first ever movie completely filmed on green screen. And I remember seeing like a picture of like, it was like, I think Hayden Christensen, right? And then the lady Natalie Portman, and they're each standing on this big green rocks, and they're like poking at something else. It's like a still of them like this.
Yeah.
And they're going like, and they're reacting to like this other green blob that's over there. And I'm just like, what? Like it gave me such a negative Star Wars boner. Like, I don't want to see that. Just show me the end result. I don't need to see them.
Use the same technology they use for the weather? Cool.
Like, yeah, George Lucas just has a clicker. Yeah. He's like, oh, it's going good. Now you're in Paris.
Do you think George Lucas was sitting there watching the news one day and he was like, yeah, right.
They got the right idea. There's something else coming in from
He's
the
not
north.
Really over a map of the United States, but people believe.
Like, somebody told him that. They're just like, I don't know, like, we need to have it like something like where they do in the weather, where they put them on the computer screen. And they go like, wait, George, are you really that stupid right now? George, that's a green screen. A green, a what? Like, somebody told him about green screen, and he just went off. And he was just like, and he's just like, oh, we can green screen that. Wait, what am I? What are we paying for?
Actors.
What are we paying for locations?
4 actors.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, hold on a second. What are we paying for locations right now? How about you just erase that completely and put that in my checking account?
I'd love to find out that like George Lucas like got the huge budget for any Star Wars movie, and then he tried to pocket as much as he could, and you find out that he did like the R2D2 sounds himself. Like, he was the puppeteer for Yoda. Like, yeah, just turn it on. I'll run it. Ready? All right. Here's the first 6 scenes. Blop, bloop.
I would love to see. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Then that guy says bloop, beep, bloop, and then these guys know what he said, and then you just go with it. Like, that's why. Like, they kept just reacting. Like, there's a bunch of improv scenes with Luke Skywalker and R2. Like, what? You want me to go put the gun in my asshole? No, he didn't say that.
Run it back.
Run one more. What? You want me to make a birthday cake? Like, they don't have birthday
It's
cake.
Also like, I love when you break things down, you think about them. Like, at some point there was a writer's room and they had to dialogue a conversation between R2D2 and C-3PO. So like, all right, here C-3PO says, I don't trust what's ahead. Now, do we go with 6 bleep bloops or a bleep bloop squeep? What do you think is gonna? They had to like
throw in one
probably,
of those. Wow.
Yeah. That's Dave. He always wants to throw in a wow.
He always wants to throw in a
There's no need for it here, Dave. All right, this is a simple conversation.
And it just shoots. Oh yeah, he shoots lasers now. What? What are you talking about?
At some point, some guy earned his paycheck when he was like, "What if BB-8 has a lighter come out of him?" Thank you.
He's got lighters for thumbs. I'm off. I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. You guys work that up.
He's got in his notes. He's like, "Listen, this is 10 years of work. I came up with a great lighter thumbs."
You guys asked, what can we bring that's new to a droid in Star Wars? Lighter thumbs.
What's got 2 thumbs, and those thumbs are also lighters?
So wait, you're gonna bring a primitive technology to an advanced life form? Why would you do that? Why didn't you have laser thumbs? No. They already got lasers.
They weren't lightsaber thumbs.
No. Lighters, right? So he needs to be like refueled? What are you talking about?
You guys remember Zippos, right? You know how, they dry out after a while? BB-8 has to get lighter fluid every month.
Yeah, and the real bitch of it is there's no real bottom to them, so you can't ever find that little hole. The little itty bitty, like the one that's the same color that you have to like stick the butane into. You're just like, come on, where is it? Nope, that's not it. And then if you don't get it right, it just sprays everywhere like spray paint. Oh, yeah. I love the practicalness. Like, that's what you've been working on for a year, Doug?
Yeah,
but we're not going to show them refilling it. We just assume that they refill them at other times. I'm not an idiot.
That's the guy we need on our Godzilla cleanup crew. We need that guy writing.
That guy gets into the details, and that's what's important. Speaking of turtles, by the way, I saw a turtle. I was on I've basically. I was speaking of a turtle on my penis earlier being a turtle. Also I think there's also a turtle monster in Godzilla, so that it kind of correlates.
There it is.
I almost said correlides because I said collide and correlates.
I like that better.
Correlides. But I saw a video on Reddit of a guy that was rescuing a turtle that got its stupid ass stuck between rocks. And I really legitimately had this thought, John, and I don't want to get into it a little bit. I don't know how much time you have, but what is there a more loved but completely useless animal than the turtle?
I think in general we got to stop saving animals that get themselves stuck.
He got him stuck. Like, look, okay, stop putting waste into the waters. I am for that all the time. Always don't ever put my garbage in there.
Yeah.
If you told me my garbage always ends up there, like, and it's not some stupid hippie, but like somebody I actually trust, like, then I'd be like, yeah, I'll stop littering all the time. But like, but right now, if I have to save a turtle from getting itself stuck in between rocks, that it was like, this guy goes like, and then the turtle goes like, like runs away from him like it's scared. Like they're not even kind of advanced. I think they're cute. Also, I think that, they fug irregularly. Like that's the thing. There's turtles that can live for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
But also they're ones that are like, just get like, they have their babies 120,000 miles away from the water. And then when the babies are born, after they're protected from everybody, and then they go like, and then they make their babies run across. They as soon as their babies are born, they're like, bye.
Yeah.
Get out.
Most of you are going to die. See ya.
Right. What? They're not even protecting themselves.
Well, now we're getting into Joe Rogan talk here. We're talking about the anthropomorphication of animals, where we put like.
Ooh. No, you got it. No, that was right. You just took your time.
I had to slow it down so much.
But it was a lag, guys. There was a lag. We're lagging on Instagram. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's my Wi-Fi. It's on Wednesdays. It's tough. But like, I do believe like there are some animals that have emotions, and they're the ones that we allow to live with us. Like cats definitely have now, as irrational as they are in the shit they do, a lot of their stuff is based on emotion. Same with dogs. But like geese, like where I run, there's always like a flock of, which I have a bone to pick. I want to talk about this. Aren't geese supposed to fly south in the winter to where you're from? Like that's what I was always told as a kid.
Yeah.
These geese stick around now. They go nowhere, man. They just shit everywhere.
Global warming.
They stay.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
I think the problem in this area, in the Philadelphia area, was they put a goose as the Wawa logo, so it's like a protected animal in the Philadelphia area because it's on the old school Wawa logo.
That's why.
Like if I hit a goose, I guarantee you someone's gonna come up and like be mad at me, and they're like, "They're on my hoagies."
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's where I get my coffee. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the store. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you hit my favorite convenience store.
If you want to protect an animal, put it on like an eagle. If you kill an eagle in Philadelphia, well, I think if you kill them anywhere, you go to jail. But if you kill an eagle in America in general, you go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other animals that are like loyal to a city.
I would say, okay, so to a city.
How excited do people in Tampa get when there's lightning in the sky?
Oh man,
that's like what's on my shirt.
Oh my god, it's like the team I like. No.
Oh, I get it now.
They hang their hat hard on the pirate history, because there's not a lot of history in Florida. There really isn't a ton of history. Like that's like I mean, it's not like there's Fort DeSoto. There's a couple forts and stuff from like ancient battles and all that shit, but they're like like what's cool? Like there's not a lot of cool stuff that happens there that they can name their team after. Acceptably cool stuff. Like there's multiple arrests for meth. But that doesn't really ring true as a team.
Well, are there actually jaguars in Jacksonville?
There are panthers, which are essentially like, I think I found this also, like much like regional sandwiches at 7-Elevens and or Sasquatch.
Regional cats.
There's regional cats. It's the same
They're
cat.
All the same thing.
It's a mountain lion. It's a puma. It's that's the same thing. Florida Panthers.
Like, does Carolina have panthers? Are there actual
same idea? Like where there's
are there
areas
in Carolina?
I think I don't know if they're called Carolina Panthers, or maybe at that point maybe they're still Florida Panthers that have traveled north for the winter. Uh, I don't know
That's
how
true.
I don't know how it works, but or again, could be a Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, and that's just a species of cat that is kind of the same, much like house cats, kind of vary a little bit from cat to cat in fluffiness and or uh, eye and nose ratio. You know what I
To
mean?
claim an animal and have them coming out of a shape, as you've pointed out many times in logos, you should have to like be the area that has the most like.
Yes.
People go fucking nuts if there's an eagle in the Philadelphia area. Like there was one eagle and like the world shut down.
And then they named a team after it.
Yeah, we should have to like have like it's ridiculous. Like the high school I went to was named the Eagles, but we were named after a power plant.
Well,
I don't know.
If I
anyway.
remember correctly, I believe that Florida was maybe at one time, but at the time when I actually researched it, was considered the lightning capital of the world.
Well, see, that was what I was going to say. Is a lot of Florida names make sense.
Yeah.
Because like, if you're going to look at like pirate history, the most is probably in the Tampa area because it's a Gulf city. Like, look at me and my geographical knowledge. Well, Florida's below us.
It's a Gulf city.
But like the Marlins and the Dolphins, there's probably the most Marlins and Dolphins in the country are probably in Miami area.
Yeah.
The most hurricanes in the country are, well, that's where it's tough because Florida and Carolina, who gets it though? Because Carolina hurricanes, there's a lot there. Florida, it's all, but no, it's funny. It's the same hurricane usually. So never mind.
There you go. Yeah, they can share.
What are some other ones? Break this down. Let's break
Tampa
it down
Bay Rays, Devil Rays, Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
There's definitely
so so Florida's
as a kid going to the beach when you're young. I don't know what your safety precaution is that you're taught as a kid, but ours is we learned the stingray shuffle, which is basically where as you're wading out to deeper water, you just shuffle your feet along to disturb the stingrays away so that they don't sting you. That's a 100% fact.
So the South Jersey beach equivalent of that is you can piss on a jellyfish sting if you get stung.
You have jellyfish in Jersey?
There's a lot, dude. If you go down there, because it gets pretty warm.
Oh wow!
Like in the Jersey Shore, but 90% of them are dead. So you're always like, I'm fine. And then it's the one that's not when you come up and it's sucked onto your shoulder. My dad had one stuck onto his face before when I was a kid.
What
I've asked him multiple times before he passed.
Somebody pissed on his face?
I was like, who pissed on your face? And he's like, there were conversations had, but nobody ever ended up pissing.
Close your mouth, son. Don't look up. Don't look at your dad. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Jersey Shore, we get a lot of jellyfish and a lot of dolphins.
Could you imagine getting not your dad, but just imagine getting a hefty, like a coffee dad piss. Oh no, all I've had today is just beer and coffee because we're at the beach. We're like, oh
beach piss is never going to be clean. It's going to be Trulies and like
Trulies and just like spring water or like
it's
other
just
seltzers.
A thick piss. Yeah.
Sorry, that's like that was awful. I was jellyfish on the face, dude. You know do you know the deadliest jellyfish in the world?
The box jellyfish.
No,
right?
sir. It is the
man o' war.
It is the irukandji. The irukandji is about the size of a grown man's thumbnail, and it's mainly in Australia. The biggest.
Does it go in your pee hole?
No, the biggest fear with the irukandji is the fact that it has to its body like some of the longest tentacles. Also the deadliest, and since it's only the size of a thumbnail, it can actually get through a lot of the safety nets that are put up in a lot of the public and private beaches. So irukandji, look out if you're ever in Australia or any of those beaches. It is the deadliest. It's not just it will kill you.
Ian's just listing Florida teams now.
Wait, Seminoles? Yep, there's
Seminoles.
Miami Hurricanes. Depending on your sport, the Cardinals could be either Arizona or St. Louis. Well, Cardinals aren't strictly regional. But
but also I think Cardinals are one of those teams where it's the name originated from the color they wore, not from the bird, and then they adopted the bird later on.
Okay, I like that, but that's also I like that because that's a nice that's an acceptable name. I think if every state should have a team that's named after Cardinal because it's staggered enough that basketball Cardinals is absolutely acceptable, football Cardinals we know is acceptable. Baseball Cardinals we know is acceptable, and I feel like hockey Cardinals would also be acceptable, right?
Fun fact I had to look it up. Stanford is the Stanford Cardinal, and they're not pluralized. They're like the only team that didn't adopt the bird. They have one of the tall Northern California trees as their mascot.
Oh.
So they're cardinal just because of the color.
So I like a non-plural as a Lightning fan. I like a nice non-plural sports name. So the Seminole,
like Syracuse Orangemen.
Wait,
and they just go by Orange.
Wait, is it are they the Orange Man?
I might have been something I'm pretty sure it's the Orange Men is the original, but now they just go by Syracuse Orange.
They should be the Orange people, the Orange humans, or the.
I'm sure they got Orange gals.
Hey, you know what? You're right. And who am I to judge someone on the sex of their body? I don't know how to say it. Right? You say color of their skin, or their sex of their gender.
Do you know it might be not the only now, but one of the first female mascots in collegiate sports. It's in the greater tri-state area. I'll give you that hint of Philadelphia.
And it's a professional sports team?
No, college.
All right. Don't pound off yet, guys. If you know it, don't pound off yet, because
I'll throw that out.
I would be able to read it. So it's a lady mascot.
It's an animal. Yeah.
Oh, the mascot is a lady.
It's the female version of that animal.
I almost said bitches, but that's not. That's not right.
Are you talking about the DeVry bitches?
Like that would be like, wait, like the like who named us? Fucking like Imus? What's hold on.
Ian just went even. Don't worry, you're safe. Ian went even more controversial.
Thank God. Pounding off hard. Fuck. What? I don't. Honestly, I can't.
It's not a school you would really know.
I want to say like. So I have to guess the school or I would say like Lady Liberties, like I'm thinking the statue lady, right? The
that's the New York Liberty. That's WNBA, not college.
But is that so? Yeah, honestly,
it's an animal.
What's the difference to me? I mean,
So it's a female animal. It's the female form of the animal, basically.
The Thaddeus Stevens Husky Bitches.
Yep. Yeah. Nailed it.
I'm doubling down. I think it's the bitches. I think you're just trying to misdirect me like the Christian lyrics I was doing earlier. I think it's the bitches.
There are some, I've seen some schools
the Husky Bitches.
Widener University, they changed their name to the Pride, and their logo is a male and female lion.
I like that.
So even like so which was pretty interesting, but like they kept it as like a badass thing, because I forget I think they changed it because they were something offensive, like a crusader or something.
So you tell me this, and then I have a trivia question for mascots for you.
Okay. I love mascot talk. So you want me to tell you now?
Yeah. What is it?
I can give you hints. How about I give you hints throughout the show? They have their football team has had a quarterback that went on to win a Super Bowl.
I mean, Tom Brady, right? So it's
within the
Lady Brady's.
It's the Delaware. It's the Delaware Blue Hens.
Blue Hens. Oh, that's a lady version of
yeah.
Huh.
Did you know bird?
Did you know that there is a? This is not my trivia question, by the way, but there's a like peacocks.
This is
right?
like, did you know?
You know peacocks, right? Like like the network. Get this, Lady Peacock. No such thing. They're known as peahens.
I thought you were going to go with a different C word after P.
Pecunts. Those are pea bitches. No. So what two NHL teams both have a lion as their mascot?
A lion.
Two pro NHL hockey teams, and you can pound off in the chat because I don't know if anybody's going to get it unless you Google it.
Now I'm running through the map in my head.
John
is the Kings had a lion logo at one point,
that's
right?
One. I'll let you know if you get it right.
The Kings and
only one more. John is silently typing.
Is the Predators technically a lion?
No.
Okay.
That's a saber-toothed
I'll
tiger.
keep my hands up.
Saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, right. Do I get a hint?
It's another professional hockey team. Okay, no. How about this?
It's the other team in this trivia question. That's your hint.
The team is based in Canada. I was going to say it's a Canadian team, but it's obviously no, it's not the Oilers. But that is that's on track. Ian said that. The Kings and the Oilers is not correct. It's only half right.
The Canucks have a whale.
That's true.
Flames just have a flame. They had that horse that was stupid for a while.
Very stupid. I agree. They also play in the Saddle Dome, which is shaped like a saddle. That you can Google if you want.
I'm down trying to the Leafs. They were just the Maple Leafs, right?
Their mascot, I will let you know. We can eliminate them.
Is it not a leaf?
If you could just name all the Canadian teams, I'll give it to you. But it's there.
I can. I'm sure it can. Wait, here. Let's do that game.
Theirs is a polar bear, actually.
Oh, okay. So Leafs, Canadians. I even said ends. You like that?
But you didn't say what their mascot is yet. What's the Canadians?
Is it a? Oh, you know what? See, here's what I'm thinking. I was thinking logos. So yeah, the Canadians
wrong.
Had a no.
Their mascot.
Right, just tell me.
Their mascot is known as Youppi. He's just a big fat French Canadian. That's all he is.
See, I should have known all this too, because last year
he's kind of like a hockey version of the Noid.
Did you follow? I can't remember. This is really big. There's a Philly comedian that did a March Madness bracket of all mascots, and it was incredible. I can't remember his name, and I'm sorry. He's not listening anyway. Anyway.
Ouch. He might be. We might be friends. Is it?
I don't know who was the other team.
Ottawa. Come on, guys. It's the Ottawa Senators. The Ottawa Senators also have actually two different mascots. They have a senator and also a lion.
The only way you're allowed to have two mascots is if you have the male and female version, like the Philly Fanatic and his mom.
Or the Peacocks and the Peacunts.
There it is.
Or Gritty, and they have the intern Gritty. Have you seen that?
Shitty.
Yeah, Shitty.
It was Gritty's cousin, Shitty.
Dude, they should have just gone for it and gotten
just a brown one. It's Snuffleupagus' costume.
Shitty is brown. That's awesome. Wait, what? What do you say? That's husky bullshit. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, look, it's Canada. What are you gonna get? They have one guy. One of their mascots is much like the Senators. Is just a. Did you know I got into a fight with a mascot once?
Well, hold on. Let me cancel the rest of my afternoon.
Dude, it was at an arena football game. We were at a Tampa Bay Storm, another aptly named arena football champions, by the way. We were Tampa Bay many years
Storm
before.
Was a really cool name for a couple of lower level professional sports in the 90s, early 2000s, and now it's just every travel league softball team that I see is named the Storm. Yeah. I've donated money to little cousin's team, the Storm, in 7 different states. I feel like
there was I can't remember what they wanted. They were lobbying for a Tampa Bay professional NBA team before Toronto ended up going there, and and they I think it was either, I swear to God, it was either the Thunder or the Reign. I swear to God, it was something like that.
Was Reign though spelled REIGN?
No. It was like they were. I was like, why not be the Reign?
That's I think an arena team. But arena football, I believe.
They would have been sharing the same arena as the Lightning, so it would have been like, oh yeah, I get it. Like all the wording, it would have been, you would have been able to have the same colors like other teams and all that shit. Because right now it was creamsicle and then black and silver, and then the Rays are like purple and green. Like, can you get on the same fucking page if you want to be Tampa Bay? Let's go with the same scheme here, fuckers.
I know you're a big fan of that. I do like I hate any Pittsburgh sports team, but I do love that they all have the same color scheme. I like when there's a through line through some kind of sport.
And if they picked any color scheme, any one of them, and just stuck with it, I'd be okay with it. If they all went blue, that would be blue and white and gray or whatever, or all went purple and green. Those are my 2 favorite colors. Like, that was the old school Devil Rays shit. And then
so we talked about my first interaction with you when you made fun of my beard and I hated you. My first good interaction with you and I were at the Comedy Zone, and we were having a conversation about how every expansion team from 1995 to 1999, no matter the sport, either had turquoise or purple as one of their colors.
Yeah.
And we were trying to disprove it, and it was 100% accurate, I think, in all 4 major sports.
Yeah, it's nuts that like that was just the thing, because this was very close to being a legitimate podcast, but I think it just ended up being a conversation thread between us and
a group chat,
and Youngblood. But basically, this could be us talking about sports uniforms, is just sports uniforms, everything but sports. Like about sports would be that podcast for sure. And it would be us talking about this, but UFC just changed their sponsorship for their uniforms.
Oh, really? They're not Reebok anymore?
And everybody's trying to have a take with it, but to be completely honest with you, John, they look a little bit cooler and they have better colors. As far as I'm like better color choices, their colors pop a little bit better, but they look about the same.
It's always funny in the transition period, you hate the new thing.
Right.
But then now, like Major League Baseball last year, Nike became, for years, Majestic they made all the jerseys for Major League Baseball.
Right.
And they only had a simple Majestic logo on the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nike came in, they were like, we're putting one right here. Like, we're making these, we're going to throw it on the chest, like actually where I have Nike swoosh right here.
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, I can't believe these people, as I'm wearing like this shirt, are going to throw, and now I think it looks cool. But there was a period where I was like, you're ruining the sanctity of baseball.
Right.
Like,
it's strange because it's like, but like, it's the same thing with those turquoise colors. Like you do this thing. Either, I think at that time, the general feeling was like, new thing. Like, we can make colors this bright. Like, and everybody was like, if it's a new thing, like new Coke. Oh, we're excited. We hate it though. Like, old Coke, but it's new now. And they're like, yeah, that's amazing. You're like, just like, it's the same. Like, we kind of just, whatever is the newest thing. And then in hindsight, you can either go, oh, it's not that different, or it's not that bad, or I like it now. Or it could just be like, oh, that was a terrible mistake. So it really is 50-50 either way. It's just a choice. That's really all it is. But like but if you actually put thought into like the design, like I said, like the brand that's doing the uniforms now or the shorts and shirts and stuff like that for UFC is a company called Venom. And they're actually
they make gloves, right?
Yeah, they're an actual, like, they have MMA supplies. Yeah. And they have shorts and stuff like that, and they basically look like the Reebok shorts, but they have a smaller logo. They're not as pronounced, and they just kind of like put like lines to like make it like shape it up a little bit, like look a little bit like slicker kind of thing. But it looks fucking cool. Like I would train to be a fighter just so I could get one of those fight packs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would train to be
I'm a fan of the subtle logo, and I think that just goes back to golf. Like, I've been watching stuff with the Masters, and golf does a great job. There's some guys that'll have like Coca-Cola plastered across their chest, but they're real big on, like, they'll put a sponsor on like the collar, and you just see like Dustin Johnson's my favorite golfer. It just says NetJets right here. I looked it up.
Wait, what?
NetJets.
Oh,
NetJets. Yeah.
Like right
it's
here,
when you go into a hot tub. He's advertising when you go into a hot tub how good it feels if you just put him on the jet. It's not even a company. He's sponsored by a concept.
Yeah. he's just sponsored by a good feeling, man. It's just like saying like, hey, happiness. You know what I mean? Like, it's anything else there, man.
This round of golf is brought to you by that good shit after coffee. I don't know.
Yeah, that really nice first shit you take in the morning.
Isn't that cool? That's the sponsorships I want. Just
first shit. We'll do that for hacks. When we start up with hacks, you'll put that first shit in the morning on your collar.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by, when you wake up and like pop your shoulders and your neck. Oh, doesn't that feel good?
We'll have to start that on this side of the collar and then go all the way around to the other side of the collar.
And it ends on your collar. Yeah. We have to stand next to each other.
Guys, in the morning right here. It says
yeah.
But no, so they do they started doing that in hockey too. They started putting logos on the helmets, and I don't mind it as much.
When they first said they were going to do that, they started showing like those Russian jerseys that look like a NASCAR with the sponsors on them, and everyone went nuts because then the practice NHL jerseys had some sponsors,
right?
But it's always the NHL ones are weird. Like the Flyers, it's TCS, and that's all it says. And I have no clue, nor do I have the urge to look up what TCS is.
That's the ring I want, right? TCS, right? That's
taking care of sandwiches.
Taking care of sandwiches. That's what I do. Actually, that would be awesome merch. That would be great merch to make merch. And then
instead of a lightning bolt, it's just a hoagie.
No, it's hashtag 4011. No, there's a. I think there's a weird thing that like. It's not, I don't like it when it kind of feels like, and this is a weird thing. This is, as a sports fan, it's very interesting when you are not familiar with a sponsor, you kind of take it personally, like, kind of like where you're going, where you go like, I wish it was like Nike or Pepsi or something like that, but it's always like, like for the Lightning, for example, that's what I'm saying is like, it's like Dex Imaging. And there's just some it's some Tampa fucking radiation firm, and it's like, what are you fucking
Dave's backyard patio?
Yeah, like god damn it, man! Like we had the 1-800, dude. I swear to God, man, Tampa is fucking embarrassing when it comes to naming shit. Usually, except for the Lightning, right? Except for the Lightning, it was for the longest time we got an amphitheater. For the longest time, it was the Ford Amphitheater. Boom.
They didn't call it the Tampa Theater. Are you kidding me,
John? Don't even get me started on the pun possibilities.
Yeah.
It at one point was known as, this is not a joke, and this is a free ad for them. It was known as the 1-800 Ask Gary Amphitheater. That's not a fucking prank, dude. They bought sponsorship
but that is the most,
had their name on the fucking thing.
It's the most like if Idiocracy is going to be real, it's going to be Florida.
It's going to be Florida, dude.
Yeah.
It may already be Florida. If they haven't voted a Camacho in yet, it's coming. You know what I mean?
Well, I always just love but that makes more sense because I'll bet you more people like whatever Gary did, whatever his Ask Gary was, like it was probably such like a blue collar thing. Like that's what always makes me weirded out. Like the Eagles stadium is Lincoln Financial. And I know that 99% of the people that go into that stadium don't have a dollar to put into financing. Like, so it's like, the stadium names, I don't know, like there was a music venue here. I still refer to it as the Tweeter Center because I don't know, it's been a million different things. It was for Tweeter Audio, which was back when like buying speakers was a big enough thing that there was a store for it. That's all they sold. But like that made sense because you were going to hear music. You were a fan of music. Tweeter, oh, I need speakers. I'll go there. I just hate when it's like the people that like Citizens Bank Park in Philly, like most people that go there don't have banking, like
they don't
savings
bank there.
accounts.
And that's what I'm saying is like the Ian brings up another good point here. He says when you guys remember when Bill Hader left SNL and started doing T-Mobile commercials, I thought he deserved better. He deserved a better carrier's job as a spokesperson. Yeah. So like, you're like, it's like if he left and started doing like Metro PCS, even if he was like the face of Metro PCS, you're like, I don't know, man. Like you would just think that, and this is not a judgment on what your cell service is. It doesn't fucking matter, but it is one of those things.
It does.
Like,
you're a lesser person.
But if you go from Verizon, like live television in New York City to like prepaid plans, like where I remember where Metro PCS started, and I don't think you can really shake that loose until they eventually get bought by one of the bigger companies.
Yeah, but I bet you the Metro PCS, you're the spokesman for Metro PCS. I bet you that contract is 6 times more what you made at SNL.
Yeah.
And if you spent years being like number 6 on the cast at SNL, you're not getting anything big. Like he was Stefan and he was a writer. Like those were the things you remember him for. I'm sure eventually he's like, I just want to get paid. Like
I think this is the weirdest thing. So Ask Gary, just to give you some context. 1-800 Ask Gary was I guess for lack of a better term, kind of like an ambulance chaser.
So I thought you were gonna say it was like Google for the phone.
No, so their commercial, their spokesperson, I am not joking with you. This is me not doing an insensitive impression. Her literal words were, if you're scared and confused, call 1-800 Ask Gary.
Nice.
So it was, you scared and confused? Call 1-800 Ask Gary.
So she was just speaking a normal Tampa accent.
It was basically, it's a law firm for people that, like, if you have a DUI, you're in trouble, you're this 1-800.
If you're from
Gary.
Florida,
you're
gonna need a lawyer.
Florida man, 1-800 Ask Gary. So like he got so famous, and she kind of got famous actually. She was like Florida famous, like locally, to where like that became she became like a local celebrity. So she was able to kind of garner a little bit of a career off of that, and also being like, when like a spokesperson like ages, how like Flo is like kind of old looking now. Like no shame here, but just saying she's aged. She's a human woman.
Hearing people get angry about that is hilarious. So like Flo looks like shit. I'm like, why do you care?
But it's also like, but she's been doing this for fucking 20 years or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts how long these like they're basically mascots for these companies.
Oh,
but
yeah,
human beings.
Yeah.
Like Jared would still absolutely be in commercials if they didn't find out that he was fucking children or it didn't leak. They may have known or suspected, but they're just like, we don't know for sure. And this is all
like, our Italian BMT is so good that people will forget.
they honestly may have thought like, let's just see how long we can get. I honestly don't know. But I would assume that as soon as it became public, they were like, he's still like, they were just talking about that on a show on Two Bears, One Cave. They were just talking about the fact that Tom Segura was actually hired to be a part of ad campaigns.
He was supposed to be Jared's brother.
Right. And I was like, holy, and it never aired or whatever. And I was like, he said he still has his number in his phone. They tried calling it. And I was like, holy shit. But he's in jail. I guess he's not even up for possible release, I think, until 2028, which is still way too early, right?
And then he'll just become the Quiznos guy.
Yeah. They go from those weird like dancing puppet things or whatever, and they go into or whatever. Remember the little chinchilla things? Oh, god damn it. The weirdest things, man. It's because essentially that's what mascots are, I think, meant to be for teams, is just spokes creatures, spokes fans.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're the animal side of all of you. They're like, you're all like tigers or lions or lightning.
Yeah.
Like they have the lightning stuck with this phrase for the longest time for their fans or whatever. It's, at the end of a little montage thing where they're like, you can get season tickets now, blah, blah, blah. And then Tampa Bay Lightning, be the Thunder.
Are we the Lightning or are we the Thunder? They're two totally different things.
They're the Lightning.
Because they're the noise.
We're the Thunder. Okay. And I go,
I get it now.
How do you beat that? But John, their mascot, don't love it. He is 100. I know I've brought this up to you in particular, even, but he is, and as I don't even want to gender it. The mascot is the Thunderbug, which was way before they came up with Be the Thunder, so they can't even say it's that. But he is very plainly and very directly a lightning bug. Firefly.
Oh God, yeah.
And which is commonly also known as a lightning bug. Oh, maybe that's a Florida thing.
Yeah,
but
no, it's a lightning bug everywhere.
But you also, do you want to know where lightning bugs don't exist?
Oh, in Florida.
We don't have them.
That's great. And that's not like it's like a team it's not like how the Lakers were originally from the Great Lake area and they moved and they kept the name.
We don't have them. We started there and we named it after a lie immediately, incorrectly named the mascot, and then eventually got our fucking shit together and came up with a proper fucking term to call the fans, But like, I mean, after a while, like you got to get your shit together, right?
Right.
Be the Thunder.
That's so funny.
I
want to be on a committee that names a team.
Dude,
it's so fun.
The amount of consideration we give all these teams, I don't know anything else about most of the teams that we've probably talked about, except for the fact of the color of their jerseys, their mascots. I could probably name the mascot for, not the name by name, but what it is, every mascot for the NHL. And I don't necessarily love all those teams, but it's still one of those things that like you gotta respect the dedication, the fact that they all come up with one, because they're like, we gotta get the kids, we gotta keep the kids interested, because otherwise we're not going to do anything. But who what child would be interested seriously in Gritty if it wasn't for
Gritty's a tough one. Gritty, they did a great job of appealing to just drunk idiots and kids all in one.
Gritty is the only mascot I will say that is not meant for the children. It is absolutely meant for the adults, and it worked.
Yeah, no, and it wouldn't have worked 20 years ago,
right?
Like it works now because it's Gritty. It's just
it's Gritty, man.
He's a gritty guy.
But John, it's been so wonderful. Why don't you tell people where they can find you in the meantime? When
I'll be eventually we'll be golfing and filming season 2. I'm actually getting down golfing this Saturday. So
I was going to hit you up about that. I have another trip planned back to the homeland, back to Florida mainland, and in mid-June. So we should try to get some shooting done. I wanted to try to get a schedule together for
you.
Also,
I got to reach out to a couple people to lock them in, but we got some good people lined up. So Hack season 2 is coming. You can catch me on Monte Comedy. I think I'm in a roast battle in a couple weeks in Philly.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. I'll have details for that. I'm going against a guy that just looks like a younger version of me that I'm good friends with. So that'll be fun.
That'll be easy. You know the subject.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I'm just gonna, all the things I hate about myself, I'm just gonna put in a joke form. So other than that, you can catch me on Hacks with just anybody who wants to sponsor my shirt for season 2 of Hacks. I'll just put podcasts all over my shirt like a NASCAR.
Dude. Right now, we are shopping for sponsors. So if anybody wants to sponsor Hacks, any episodes or anything like that, we will discuss pricing tier. John will come up with a pricing tier that he feels comfortable with, and he will.
If you make your own beer or wine, I'll drink one on the show. I'm probably gonna throw up, but that'll be good content.
But we will say that it was food poisoning.
Yes.
And this Saturday, April 10th, I will be at the Lafayette bar in Easton, PA. I'm doing a spot on the Laughs at the Lafayette. Also, Dorian Vasquez, Manny Santiago, and Jay Simpson are going to be there. It's a $10 cover, $15 drink minimum. But I mean, you're going to be drinking anyway. Why would you go to a fucking bar if you're not going to drink? Also, what about with Pat and Andy? We're going to be streaming this Sunday. We're talking about the album that Andy picked out, which is Dance Gavin Dance's self-titled album, as well as new Falls Count Anywhere is going to be filming our WrestleMania episode this Friday. So make sure you look out for that coming out on Monday. Anything else that you have, John?
No, shout out to the guy Joe that runs those Easton shows. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited actually that I got on the show. I'm going to be riding up with Manny, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Talk to him. I'm the defending roast battle champ for Easton because we did it, and then the pandemic shut down.
Yay! Still counts. It's kind of like the first Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cup win after the year.
That's exactly what I compared it to.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You're right. You should. John, I love you, buddy, and I love all you guys watching.
Bruce.